Hello, my name's Claire. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I'm going to be doing a home for a Virgo or a family of Virgos in The Sims 4. This is a 2-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home, and if you're new to my channel, I do a mini series here on my channel where I make a home based off of a zodiac sign. So, since this is the time for the Virgos, I am going to be doing a Virgo home. If you're new to my channel and you like seeing homes based off of zodiac signs, this is not the first video I've done, and so you can go back in my videos to see past ones. If you're interested, let me know down in the comments. I might create a playlist of all of these builds I've done. But I've done a little bit of research, as in Google searching, of Virgos, and I really liked the part in the Google search where it says that they're an earth sign, they're orderly, they are problem solvers, and so I try to take that information into my build, and I did try to keep with this like kind of color scheme of colors because I also went onto Pinterest and googled zodiac Virgo colors, and some of these colors popped up in my searches. I've seen like more colorful ones and I've seen more earth tone ones. I went for more of the colorful one. I am so glad that this search did have some neutrals, because if you saw my last video I did, it was the Leo sign and that had some bold colors. So it was nice to kind of have some more tans and creams in this build. It's more like sage greens. So we are just going to be adding a little like bookshelf with the TV in the middle. This isn't a pack limited build, but if you are interested in what I use, you can check out the description. And there's all the information, such as the packs I used, the value of this lot, and while you're down there, and if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help my channel grow, and thank you so much to those who already have subscribed. I was so surprised the other day when I hit 140 subscribers. This has been a very slow journey here on YouTube for me, but I'm loving every minute of it. So thank you so much to those who are helping this YouTube journey continue, and I can't just thank you enough. So back to the build, we're just going to be working on a little like front drop zone area, and going to be working on a little like technology area. So we did get a new video trailer for the new expansion pack. I am really excited about this pack. I've been wanting archery in the game for a very long time, and I hope that adult Sims or teenagers can also do archery. I feel like all we've seen so far is that it's like a kid activity, like the marble game that came with the For Rent pack, but I've been having this idea of like an expansion pack that The Sims could possibly do, where it's like a French potential town, or like just a European town, and it has like a medieval festival or Renaissance festival, kind of like how in City Living they have those different like Spice Festival or like the Mischief Festival. And I feel like it'd be really fun for them to have like a Renaissance Festival, because your Sims are always going to like pull out their phone to do some sort of task. So I feel like having a Renaissance Festival is like a good option to like still get that like medieval vibes in the game, but still have like the technology present. So we are just going to be working on the kitchen now. I kind of finished up the shape of the kitchen, and I feel like this is a very nice and large kitchen. Maybe it's a little too big, but I felt like this was just a nice space for this area. And then obviously in the middle, we're working on a dining room table area and very simple area over here, and going to be just raising up the cabinets because I had that window and I don't want the window to be overlapping the cabinets. So we are just going to be going and adding some pillows and going to be just adding those little details onto this main level. Of course, I had to remember the garbage can because that's something that I think we all forget once in a while. Is like, oh yeah, where does the garbage can go? And now we're just going to be finishing up this area with this cool light fixture. It came with the city living expansion pack, and going to be adding some items onto the center of the table. Try to keep that very simple. Virgos are very orderly, and so I didn't really imagine this home to have a lot of clutter throughout the area. Just kind of like the necessary, easy to grab items would be out, like these cutting boards or like that knife rack. So we are just going to be adding some items from the Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack. It's kind of like the Kitchen Hustle pack, but it is at the older version. So we are just going to be finishing up the kitchen, going back into the living room to add a like coffee table in the middle. So if it needed something to break up that nice rug, so I decided to add a coffee table just to also give like another little decorating space. So we're just going to be finishing up this main area of the home. Both of the bedrooms are on the second level, so we're just going to be adding some art, going to be going into the bathroom down here, which is just a very simple bathroom. And so this is just a very quick area of the video. I used the sink from the Dream Home Decorator pack and the mirrors from the base game, but I wanted to have these darker tones kind of tying into some of the darker woods in the main area, like the couch and the picture frames, like right off of this bathroom. So we are just going to be adding some pictures into the room. I couldn't find the picture I was looking for, but so I just kind of went with this base game picture, which I think still like fits the vibe of this home. I was trying to go for like a modern, contemporary, earthy style, which now saying out loud I probably should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, but hopefully that was kind of obvious enough in this design. So now we are in the backyard of the home, and I cut out the majority of this backyard because I spent a lot of time and then just ended up deleting most of it. So you can have a lot of options back here for you to add whatever you want into this home. I do add solar panels to the roof, and you could see that I had a glass roof over one of the bedrooms, and I thought that was just kind of a nice little detail to add. I don't usually do too much with glass roofs, but I was feeling like I could work it into this build. So we're just going to be adding a picnic table and going upstairs, and so you can see there are a very small hallway we're in right now, and so it has the toddler's room on the left, there is a bathroom in the middle, and then on the right, there is the primary suite. So we are just going to be working on this little hallway, and now we're going outside, and you can see this is a just a little hangout spot for The Sims. Wanted to have a little bit of like a skill building area. That's why I added the art easel. There's not really like a full proper like home office area in this home. So I wanted to have like some home or like skill building items throughout the home. And now we're just going to be adding a little covered porch area just to be protected from the elements so your Sims can still like work in a rainstorm on their painting skill. And I do also add a little like lounging area so they can just like come out here and enjoy the morning breeze, which I know that doesn't really happen in The Sims, but I just thought it would be like nice to have another little seating area out here. So we're just going to be adding my favorite base game outdoor chairs, and I really do like this plant from the eco lifestyle, and so I wanted to like add it out here. And now we are in the toddler's bedroom, which I was kind of originally planning on a child instead of a toddler, but then I remembered this cute little bed from Eco Lifestyle and it fit better. This is a very small room, and so having a toddler's bed made a little bit more sense. I probably could have also added a like lofted bed, but I wanted to use this toddler's bed because I don't remember last time I used this toddler's bed, and so we are just going to be adding a little dresser and going to be adding a rug. Very simple bedroom because it is also a very small bedroom. And I kind of made this area kids slash toddlers room very last minute, and so I didn't really have any space for like a dollhouse, and I wasn't really thinking like, oh, I should add like a toy chest back here. So we are just going to be adding some wall decorations now. Yeah, try and keep like the walls very fun since there's not really like a play space on the floor since it is such a small bedroom in this area. And this was originally going to be just like all bedroom, but I wanted to make this a 2 bedroom home just to kind of have some more diversity in my builds. That was honestly the original plan when I started this series, was to have them all be 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom homes, but I have since changed that mindset and trying to do like more family homes, and so we are just going to be adding the same mirror from the downstairs. I wanted it to be cohesive, and so you won't see this during the video, but I do add the toddler toilet into this space, and so now we're just gonna be adding some towels. I sized down a little bathrobe because I was imagining that bathrobe would be for the toddler, and so now we're just going to be adding some pictures. This bathroom was a very simple space, so it was a very easy to add items to. And now we are in the primary bedroom, just kind of figuring out the orientation I want to have this in, because like I said, this was like all 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom until I made that toddler's room, and so I kind of had to like rethink how to design this bedroom. And I did playtest the bed, and it is functional. Your Sims can sleep in that bed. I was a little bit concerned about it because I looked a little bit of a tight space, but it works. So that is really all that matters. That's all I ask for. So we are just going to be making this front little area another little seating area, and I didn't think of any like pictures to add next to the TV, and so I just added another window, and I think that really works because like the only other window is like right next to the bed. So we are just going to be adding some decorations onto the dresser, going to be adding that window and a little seating area next to the window. And I feel like this bedroom was a very odd shape, but I think I got it to work. So now we are in the ensuite, and I decided to use the new bathroom kit. I think it's called the Luxe bathroom kit. Sorry, I can't remember all the kits and all the packs. There are a lot. The Sims 4 has been around for a very long time, so we are just going to be adding the majority of the sleek bathroom kit items into this bathroom just to keep it cohesive. And so now we're just going to be adding some lighting and trying to like come up with a nice color scheme. I decided to go for like a more like gray white scheme in this bathroom, so we're just going to be adding some storage, some decorations into this bathroom, but we are getting close to the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It means so much to me. And if you have any build suggestions for me, make sure to leave them down in the comments. I post new videos every single Tuesday, so come back for another Sims 4 video. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm over there. It's the same as my YouTube channel, green_rose_sims. And if you want to be the first to play in my builds, make sure to go follow me on the Sims 4 gallery. But I hope you all have an amazing day, and I hope to see you all next Tuesday for another Sims 4 video. Bye!